textingers. It is 4 a.m., honey, and I'm wide awake. Yes. Look at this beauty. This is not in my shop. This girl's not in my shop. I've had her for a while. And I got some new things coming to my shop. You're going to go crazy over what I have coming for the fall and holiday. Oh my gosh. Oh, I have the best store ever. All right, guys, welcome back. Yes. This morning, we're going to talk about how do you know when a Scorpio is testing you? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know what's a test and what isn't? A lot of you guys are still asking me this question. You've been asking me this since I've been on YouTube. I got on YouTube in 2013. I had to paint my nails. I just took all my polish off. Ooh, my nails grow so fast too. You've been asking me this question since I got on YouTube. What is a test? Is that a test? Is this a test? Guess what, guys? Everything's a test. Everything. Scorpios test on a subconscious level. This is something that you just have to accept. A lot of you think we're sitting there plotting it out. We're not mental signs. We're not in our heads, actually, guys. We're not. You know, we lead by emotions. We feel our way through life. And this is something that a lot of you forget. Please take my crash course on dating Scorpios. We'll give you the basics. It will take you back to the basics so that you understand our nature. And once you understand from which you've come, knowing your roots is so important. It really is. And a lot of you guys, I've done your chart readings. You understand your nature after the chart reading. You know what kind of Scorpio you are. You know the percentage of water, earth, and all that in your chart. So that will give you the basis of understanding how everything else is going to come forward. So once you understand Scorpio's nature, you won't even have to ask that question. It's so weird that you guys forget the basics once you get into that relationship. I have very deep relationships with Scorpios. I never have a light relationship with any. None of them are fluffy. We just don't do that. You know, we go in, we skip the parts that a lot of you guys, non-Scorpios, go through. Like, when we come in, it's raw and uninhibited. Like, the walls come down, honey. And if you got a wall up, you know, sometimes we'll play around with that, but we'd rather just get rid of you. We ain't got time. We won't even do it. We won't even play that game. You know, just one look and that's it. And so, I love getting tested by Scorpios. You know why? I love the tests. I love a good test. I love a good test because I always pass with flying colors. You want to know why? Because I come into a relationship, any relationship, work relationship, friendship, whatever. I come in with the purest intentions. I have no ill will towards anybody. I don't come in to control anybody. I don't come in to dominate anybody. Especially men. I don't argue with men. I don't debate with men. I don't compete with men. I don't fight with men. And I'm like, you already won, because you won by default. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not debating. I'm not fighting. None of that. None. You win. I won't do it. I will not do it. Like other women, they struggle and I won't do it. I'm like, why are you fighting a man? What are you doing? Go paint your nails, right? Go take a bubble bath. Go for a run. Like, I'm not, I exert my energy elsewhere. So if Scorpio wants to test me, I'm so centered in who I am. They're just like, oh. They're like, oh. And that's the end of it. When you have things to hide, when you have intentions that are not clear, you get frustrated because you're like, fuck, they're gonna find that out, or fuck, you know, this is what I really want. And you start fighting against them. Why? Oh, this is a test. Like, I don't mind. I got a couple of tests last week from a Scorpio. You know, it was just like, and I don't care. It's not, it doesn't offend me whatsoever. But what can I say? I don't even come from a place of trying to control or anything. And that's Scorpio's biggest thing, is like being cornered. Like, you're gonna make me do something, you know what I mean? And you know what happens when you corner a scorpion? Woof, you know, it's poisons, venom's coming out. And so I don't have any of that. I don't have any of that with anyone, really. You know, especially Scorpios. For what? You know, we're very open with it, with everything. And so everything is a test. And it's not planned out, and it's not thought about like you mental signs. You project what you think on us. You're like, oh my gosh, you had to plan this out. It's like, no, that's what you would do. You know what I mean? Like, we just, on a subconscious level, it's a protection mechanism. Like, let me see. Let me introduce her to my brother and see what she says. Let me introduce her to my friends, see how she behaves. She start asking shit, being nosy. Let me put her in this scenario and see what happens. Let me introduce her to one of my really hot friends and just walk away like, I'll be back, and see what that bitch does. I love to bring people out in public. I found out, looking back at myself and my habits, I was like, oh wow, I do that often. That's a pattern. I love to bring people out in public to see how they behave. And actually Scorpio did that with me recently, and he was like, oh, I like the fact that you're friendly. And I was like, okay. And not friendly in a way where I'm like bullshitting and like phony about it, but I think what he was saying was that I can speak to people and feel very comfortable and make them feel comfortable, and so that's thank you, my Mercury and Libra. I'm not gonna say thank you to that. I'm gonna thank my Mercury and Libra because that's my conscious thinking, and that's my delivery, and that's how I communicate with people. And so I do tend to have that Venus, because Libra is ruled by Venus. I do tend to have that little bit of like that surface charm, not the Scorpio charm, but the surface charm that goes along with it. So people, you know, I'm a good time, put it that way. I can be a good time, right? And so he said that, and we were out in public, and he saw how I dealt with other people, because he was a little bit quieter, and I just came in and was like blah 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 blah, and there was some laughing and whatever. I said laughing. There was some laughing and jokes, and then I just left it. You know what I'm saying? I like to give a little boom and then pull back. And so that was kind of like his test, like, oh, let's see how she is in public. And I'm sure he didn't think about it, you know, and I couldn't care less, because that's my personality, and I'm not changing it for them or anybody else. So a lot of you guys put on this front. You get around Scorpios and you think like, ooh, I better be mysterious. You see that in these phony ass books, and I'm so glad that I'm writing my book. I mean, I'm finished with 2, and they're in their final edits. I'm in the midst of my 3rd one. I'm so glad as a Scorpio I'm giving this information from my lens, because there's so many books, right? And videos and blogs and all this other stuff that gives people the information, like, how do I behave to make him want me? It's like, act mysterious. It's like, we know that's phony. We know you're not a mystery. We know you're not. With me personally, I don't think anybody's a mystery, because I'm not looking for extra. I want you to give me what you give me in your own time and space. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be ready, right? I want you to be ready for me. And if you're not ready for me, I'm not digging for it. The only way I dig for something is if you're in my space and like, I don't know who the hell you are. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, you just up in here like, oh, then we're doing a background check and stuff like that. But like, if I'm forming a relationship with you, I want you to give to me pieces of you when you're ready. I love when people just reveal themselves naturally. I'm not looking for it, so I don't have an intent to be looking for shit, like trying to uncover. Like, you're not a mystery. I don't need to know that. I don't need to know it. I don't care either. I don't care unless you tell me. But that's me being a sun and mooner. For a lot of you guys, you're like, act mysterious and like, this shit's fake. Like, you're not mysterious. Like, how would you? It's, you know what? It doesn't even make sense. You're not even thinking about the fact that we are so sensitive and intuitive and like pick up on everything. How wouldn't we pick up on the fact that you're fake and fucking mysterious? It's like, woo, crash course, dating Scorpios, waiting for you. Oh my gosh. People just don't go back to the basics. Do this around a Scorpio. Like, we know you're doing it. We know you're, and we're so subtle about it. We don't make a move. We don't look at the face, just the poker face. You don't even know. I'm like, that fake ass shit. Like, it doesn't fly with us. It doesn't work, right? So everything's a test. And I feel no ways about it because I'm comfortable with myself. I'm comfortable. I come with no, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not coming at you digging for stuff. I'm not coming at you with secret control. I'm not coming at you trying to find out things so I can use it against you. Like, and I think that's why other Scorpios feel comfortable with me, because they know off the bat that I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. For what? But a lot of you guys are. A lot of you guys are. Anyway, like, subscribe, share, and all that good stuff. I'll see you at ScorpioSunScorpioMoon.com, where you can book a chart reading, basic chart reading, love chart reading, couples chart reading, personal live stream session where we can go in about whatever you want to go in about, as long as it falls under my brand of Scorpio's astrology, relationships, and self-esteem. My crash courses are there for you. I have Dating Scorpio. I have How to Be Fabulous, How to Heal from Trauma, how to deal with Scorpio children, and I have a new one on how to avoid the chasing the wrong people. A lot of you guys, I don't match with this and that. You can cut all that shit in half and get a flood of people who are your inner type. You know, when I started breaking down, I had a ton of filters. I made a list many years ago when I needed a list about the qualities I wanted in a partner. And when I redid that list, right, I was like half that shit was pointless. The filters, I took off most of those filters. And after I did, my lens became bigger and like so many dudes. I was talking like the floodgates were open. I was like, wait, where you come from? Who that? Like, the options were ridiculous. So anyway, that course, I'll show you how to do that. And it's like the easiest thing ever if you're ready. Some of you will stick to, oh my gosh, this is what I need. Like, half of you don't even know what you need. Like, you have not even looked in the mirror to get to know yourself, to understand that. But I have, and I've come up with some really definitive things that are important, and the rest can go. In fact, it changes. I had a transition in my family recently that shook me in a way that the other transitions didn't. Shook me in a totally different way. And I had to get back in that mirror and say, wow. And we had in-depth conversations, and still do, about it, and how it shifted my thinking on my personal needs, right? It just came to the forefront. And because the transition was another Scorpio, of course, look how that transformation happens. We always give transformation. Always, 100% of the time. So in my Scorpio relative's transition, they gave me some transformation that I didn't even know I needed right now. And so when that happened, a lot of the filters came off because they were uncalled for. I have some amazing items coming to my shop. We're working on the website for Scorpio season in the fall. Of course, I'll have a self-love series. I have some amazing guests coming in, Scorpios, of course. And if you have a Scorpio channel, if you're doing your thing, you do tarot, astrology, or even if you're a medium, I would love to have you on. Send me a message. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, ScorpioSunScorpioMoon at yahoo.com. What else? I think that's it. I'll see you soon.